This is News Hour on Ifako Radio. Good morning, I'm Olanireti, Ololade. The major headlines. Health workers protest controversial reform bills at National Assembly today. PDP factions open peace talks as Wike denies split. APC set stage for Saturday convention with zonal elections. Tension at Kwara Poly as EFCC raid triggers student protest. Sports. FIFA probes Congolese FA boss, two others over financial misconduct. Entertainment. I'm mentally stressed. Actor Kule Remi laments for price hike. News in detail. Health workers protest controversial reform bills at National Assembly today. Health sector unions under the Joint Health Sector Unions and the Assembly of Healthcare Professional Associations have announced plans to stage a national protest in Abuja over the proposed Health Sector Executive Bill 2026, currently before the National Assembly. The protest scheduled for today, Thursday, March 26, is expected to draw healthcare professionals from across the country to the National Assembly complex, with participants converging at the Unity Fountain in Maitama, Abuja. In an official communication obtained this morning, Joeshu directed its affiliate unions and professional associations to mobilize members en masse, warning that proposed legislation could have far-reaching implications for healthcare professionals and the sector at large. Speaking on the planned protest, Joeshu's National Secretary Martin Egbanobi, who signed the notice, said the demonstration was necessary to draw public attention to the potential impact of the bills. PDP factions open peace talks as Wike denies split. The two People's Democratic Party factions have restarted the faltering peace process ahead of the March 29-30, 2026 National Convention, being championed by the bloc led by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. The bloc headed by Tani Moturaki and supported by the party governors confirmed on Wednesday that a fresh reconciliation process aimed at uniting aggrieved factions within the party had commenced. Turaki disclosed this while addressing newsmen in Abuja, explained that reconciliation, which was kick-started on Tuesday night, is yielding some results. He stated, in obedience to the advisory of the Court of Appeal Ibadan a few weeks ago, that parties in dispute should explore reconciliation to save the party from further strife and provide a platform for aspirants to seek elective offices in the coming elections. The Board of Trustees of the party, ably led by His Excellency Senator Adolphus Wabara, constituted a high-powered committee to interface with our estranged party members with a view to resolving outstanding issues and repositioning the party for the elections. APC set stage for Saturday convention with zonal elections. Zonal executives of the All Progressive Congress emerged on Wednesday, pledging to mobilize overwhelming votes for President Bola Tinubu to secure a landslide victory in the 2027 election. The Congress was a prelude to the National Convention scheduled for March 27 and 28 in Abuja. Prior to the convention, the President on Wednesday evening returned to Abuja after observing the Eid al-Fitr celebrations in Lagos. Tinubu had earlier returned to Nigeria on Friday from the United Kingdom, where he went for a state visit. During his stay in Lagos, he held a series of high-level engagements, receiving 23 governors, and also met with business mogul Aliko Dangote, a European Union delegation, and members of the Lagos State Governance Advisory Council to return to Abuja and successful conduct of zonal congresses across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country signaled that the party was ready for the convention. At the various zonal congress venues, consensus followed by voice affirmation was adopted as the mode of election, producing escorts ranging from re-elected to newly elected members. Governors, Federal and state lawmakers, party chieftains, and stalwarts thronged the Congress venues, declaring that Tinubu was poised to implement a coordinated nationwide strategy to secure overwhelming votes for the APC in the next presidential election. The Southwest Congress held at the Mobolaji Johnson Stadium with 3,188 delegates, saw Dr. Isaac Kekemeke re-elected as National Vice Chairman, Southwest. Chairman of the Zonal Congress Committee, Jide Jimo, said the consensus option was adopted in line with the provisions of the 2026 Electoral Act. Other ESCO members who emerged were Femi Aluko as a secretary, Latif Ibirogba, organizing secretary, Ayo Aflabi, publicity secretary, Adedui Daramola, youth leader, Ismail Majaro, legal advisor, and Dayo Ishola, representatives of people with disabilities. Dignitaries at the event included Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Dapo Abiodun, Biodun Oyebanji, and Lucky Ayedatiwa. 24-year-old Nigerian jailed for life in UK. The Nigerian national Chukwuemeka Anono has been sentenced to life imprisonment for the murder of a 56-year-old woman he attacked on the street in Leicester, United Kingdom, after crashing his car while under the influence of cannabis. It was gathered from a report by Leicestershire Police that a 24-year-old assaulted victim, Nila Patel, on June 24, 2025, along Infirmary Road. Following a trial at Leicester Crown Court, he was found guilty by jury on Monday and sentenced on Tuesday. According to the police, Anono had been driving dangerously around the city centre prior to the incident, swerving across lanes, running red lights, and veering towards pedestrians before crashing his vehicle. After the crash, he fled the scene and attacked Patel, who had just alighted from a bus and was walking home. At the time of his arrest, officers discovered he had been smoking cannabis with dealer bags of the substance valued at over £3,000 and 3 iPhones recovered from his car. He had earlier pledged guilty to dangerous driving, possession of cannabis with intent to supply, and assaulting an emergency worker after biting a female police officer. Security personnel from the nearby Leicester Royal Infirmary restrained him until officers arrived. While medical staff treated Patel for several injuries, including a fractured skull and brain trauma. She died 2 days ago, prompting his rearrest on suspicion of murder on June 26, 2025. Tension at Kwara Poly as EFCC raid triggers student protests. Tension gripped the Kwara State Polytechnic Ilorin on Wednesday after the reported presence of operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission sparked panic and protest among students. It was gathered at the anti-graft operatives were sighted patrolling areas around the institution at the time examinations were ongoing, heightening anxiety across the campus. Eyewitnesses said confusion broke out when students suddenly began running in different directions, while some claiming an officer was seen chasing a student, an incident that further escalated fears. We suddenly saw people running in different directions. Nobody really understood what was happening at first, but the presence of armed operatives created fear across the campus. The students who spoke on a condition of anonymity said. Another student added, "It is wrong for such operations to take place when students are writing exams. It disrupted the atmosphere and left many of us shaken." Aggrieved by the development, some students staged a protest, burning tires along sections of Old Jabba Road leading to the institution. Sports. FIFA probes Congolese FA boss, 2 others over financial misconduct. FIFA's investigatory chamber of the Independent Ethics Committee has opened formal proceedings against 3 senior officials of the Congolese Football Association over alleged financial misconduct, including FIFA funds. Those under investigation include Ifako Foods President John Gay Mayolas, the General Secretary Wantete Baji, and the Finance Director Raul Kanda. The development was announced in a statement published on FIFA's website on Wednesday. According to the statement, the proceedings followed the review of information and documentation gathered through a FIFA-initiated process. This material indicates potential financial irregularities and inconsistencies relating to the use of FIFA-allocated funds. Based on this information, the investigatory chamber has determined that there is a prima facie basis to open proceedings for potential breaches of the FIFA Code of Ethics. On this basis, the chairperson of the investigatory chamber decided to open formal proceedings against the following FECO Foods officials: John Guy Mayolas, President of FECO Foods and a member of the FIFA Media and Communications Committee, Wantete Baji, General Secretary of FECO Foods, and Raul Kanda, Financial Director of FECO Foods, the governing body said. Entertainment. I'm mentally stressed. Actor Kunle Remi laments for price hike. Nollywood actor Kunle Remi has joined the outcry over the rising cost of fuel at the nation's economic state, describing the decision to stay out of politics as the most stupid statement any Nigerian can make in the current climate. In a video posted on his Instagram page on Wednesday, the actor lamented the skyrocketing price of petrol and the persistent lack of electricity, which he said has left him mentally stressed. He said, I don't even know how to begin this conversation. Usually, I say things like, I don't get involved in politics. I don't talk about politics. In fact, the country, the industry, a couple of things they'll tell you don't discuss religion or politics or something. And so you fall into that category where you say, I don't like to talk politics. No, that's the most stupid statement from anybody in Nigeria right now. We should be discussing. We should be talking about it. We should be trying to fix it. We should be inquiring about what's happening in the nation. There is nothing like sitting on the fence. Now it doesn't make any sense. Recap of the major headlines. Health workers protest controversial reform bills at National Assembly today. PDP faction open peace talks as Wike denies pleas. APC set stage for Saturday convention with zonal elections. Tension at Kwara Poly as EFCC raid triggers student protest. Sports. FIFA probes Congolese FA boss, two others over financial misconduct. Entertainment. I'm mentally stressed. Actor Kunle Remi laments for prize hike. Follow us on all our social media handles. Facebook at Ifako Radio, WhatsApp at Ifako Radio.